one more?
Yeah, man. Let's do one more. If you got time.
Yeah, I got time.
Got time.
Yeah.
How long is each class that you give, and how is the structure of your class?
All right. So Ben and I have the same. We both have students 50 minutes for once a week. We structure our classes when we have a warm up at the beginning, whether it's an instant activity or a walking and jogging. We do our stretching, practice our push-ups and curl-ups for building that muscular endurance and muscular strength. We get into the bulk of the lesson, whether it's an activity or we're teaching the actual skill, and then we get into an application task, and the students get a chance to either a formative or a summative assessment based on that. And then we do a reflection piece at the end, and students are able to self-assess themselves as they leave the classroom. And so that's usually the structure for one class, and we usually structure our units in 3 to 4 weeks based on the activities that we're doing in that unit. And then we have a blog post where we try to explain to you how we scope and sequence everything together, and we'll definitely link that up on there. But we do take that basic lesson in one class, combine it with the unit on there, and then we structure our year with those units based on what students have available in their community or something that they basically can do on their own to stay active at home. So that's just a little bit of an overview of what we try to do each week based on what we have going on.
Yeah, I would say if you're looking for like a big picture, Marcus said 3 to 4 week unit. So like week 1 of a 3 to 4 week unit is usually skill building, and then 3 to 4 for most of the units. Kind of depends on the unit you're teaching, but like the goal for 3rd through 5th is usually to get them into a modified game.
Yeah.
K through 2nd, you might continue with skill building for 2 weeks and do some station work with them, and then get them into some really simple modified games, maybe depending on the class, depending on the time of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same format I use. One thing I try to remember for my closures is to remember to do a review. So review the content you taught that day, preview of what's coming next week, and a thank you. And I always try to just end the class. The last thing I want my kids to hear me saying is thank you.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for putting in the work. Thank you for making mistakes and getting back up and not giving up.
Yeah.
And if there's, a class that didn't do that, there's a few kids that did. So I'm talking to those kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm thanking the kids that need to get thanked.
Correct.
And hoping that through showing gratitude to them, that the rest of them will start to buy in and realize like, oh, Coach Landers really cares if we like give effort and we try our best.
Yeah.
So that's what I want my kids to always leave with, is that thank you. But I always try to get a review and a preview as well. And then we do our self-assessment out the door.
Correct.
So
yeah, and then I've tried to incorporate that as well in our classes as well. But I've also tried to incorporate what we talked about last time we were presenting, is like not trying to speed through everything.
Yeah, man.
It's just like slowing down and having a conversation. Even when I'm talking to students, I'm going to slow down like, hey, like this is exactly what I need you to do. And I just want to say thank you for doing what you're supposed to do in class. And then that when you slow down, then you can have a conversation about why we're doing what we're doing in class and how we're relating this to your whole curriculum, as a student. We want you to be physically active for a lifetime. So this is why we're doing this activity, so you can practice doing this. And then this is what we're going to do next week. And again, thank you for doing that, because now we have time to do the activity next week because you listened and followed direction this week. So just trying to slow down, to give yourself a chance to communicate what you want to communicate to your students and not trying to rush through things. And that it just comes with experience. It comes with time. And, and trying to figure out different ways to communicate with students, but just trying to slow down to make sure that students understand why you're doing what you're supposed to do in class has been a really big help for us this year.
Yeah, man, slowing down is hard, but you get so much more deeper with the kids if you can slow down. And like, I think it's hard to even measure, but it leaves them with a feeling of not being rushed.
Yes. And
being able to like rest with the ideas they're learning.
Yes.
Because like for us, we teach the same thing all week long. And it's like, it comes so fast to us. But like for a kid, like I was playing an invasion game today. I said at least 6 or 7 times to all of my classes, I would stop the class and be like, are we in open space right now? Like it's just that simple concept of open space, but like the kids don't understand it.
Yeah.
And you gotta slow down to be able to get those concepts and like talk about it, and let the kids like notice what's going on in the class that you're trying to teach them.
Yeah.
So I think it's like quality over quantity, you know?
Correct.
Like it's better to get 3 tasks if you're really doing a great job of covering them than to get like 6 tasks in. Feel like you finished everything you had planned.
If you're rushing through it and all that, it's just, if you feel like you're rushing through it, they're going to feel like they're rushing through it too. So slow down and enjoy the ride, man. Slow down and enjoy the ride. So.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Anything else you want to add on?
Nah, man. It's good to be back, man. I'm trying to figure out ways to do it, because this is always a good dialogue to come in fellowship with you, man. So
100%, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you guys for watching / listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we will try to do this more often. Hopefully it was helpful.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys for listening. Hope you have an awesome day. As always, have fun and teach on. Catch you later.
See ya.